All right, guys, I have figured something out, which is awesome. Hopefully will make for better content for you guys. And that is, I figured out what was causing the major whistling in my helmet. So we'll go ahead and roll into the video and explain a little bit more about it. Alright, so in the last several videos towards the beginning of this season, I had a major whistle going on inside my helmet and I couldn't figure it out. I'll play a couple clips here, and I'll even play a clip from another video where I was even mentioning, I was like, man, there's something not right. I got a pretty serious whistle. I don't know why this is like this, huh? Something ain't right. It's making so much wind noise through the upper part of my helmet. I don't know why. Anyway. Now I understand wind in every helmet's going to make a little bit of noise. It's not going to be completely silent, of course. But I am for certain know when something is different than what it was originally. And between the end of last year and the beginning of this year, the only real thing that I had done differently was I had moved the GoPro mount over to the center, and I had that for a while, didn't have the whistling problem. And then I decided I was going to JB weld it to my helmet. Well, I can't say exactly when the whistling started, but it happened to start sometime after that. So I thought possibly it was when I JB welded it, I caused a little something that was getting wind through that was causing the whistle. So I took off the GoPro, I went riding around, still had the whistle. Then I decided, you know what, it's got to be the mount. It's got to be the JB weld. So what I did is I ended up bringing out the Dremel and trying to Dremel the mount off. Which, speaking of which, probably should have definitely used safety glasses. I was an idiot and didn't. But recommendation if you're going to do that, to use safety glasses. But neither here nor there. Still had the same whistling problem. Well, before I put on a new mount, I wanted to figure out what was causing the whistling. And if you haven't noticed already, but I have a piece of tape right here on my helmet lens. What is the tape, you may ask? Well, this visor is a Shoei GT Air. This visor is set up for using pinlock, and what pinlock does is it allows a separate insert underneath the helmet to put an air gap between so you don't fog up. Well, I never use pinlock because if I ever fog up, that's my solution. Well, somehow in the process of my helmet being dropped, or at some point, the pinlock actually broke inside the visor and left a pin-size hole, not a pin-size hole, because give me a second, guys. I am going to be right back and I'll finish the story. See if I can go Imperial and see if I can find an impact size that fits. I don't know if inch and a quarter, it's going to be the same size, about 30 millimeter, I think. Yeah, not big enough. 1 5/16, 36 millimeter. What is this? Inch and a quarter. It's too small. Alright, let's see if either of these work. 32 millimeter or 36 millimeter. That might be. That's it, I think. Oh yeah, it's the pairing button back here. I remember now. Okay. Alright, so we got two things figured out. We got the right bolt for the thing so we could torque the actual bolt now. And we got back in HD mode. Alright, so where was I? I apologize for that. I needed to go get the right size. I just changed this tire. And I didn't have the right socket for the torque wrench. So I was able to get the tire off with the OEM factory toolkit tool. But I didn't want to I just got it real tight right now, so I'll have to undo it and then re-tighten it down. We are talking about the whistling in my helmet and how I fixed it. So like I said, the pin lock It's like, if you can see it right here, it's this little circle right here. Well, on this side it broke, so now there's a little, I don't know, little hole there. And as wind was rushing on it, it was just causing a huge whistle sound. And that is the reason why I was having whistling issues. Oh man, I'll tell you, finding that was a relief. So not only did I Dremel the helmet and kind of messed up my helmet a little bit, not like structurally necessarily, I don't think, but I did mess it up cosmetically, so I will need to fix that a little bit to make that look good. But I did re-attach it with some JB Weld. Hopefully I got it right. But hopefully that solves the issue with the whistling, so now my audio should be a lot better. And I do apologize, I appreciate you guys sticking with me. I don't know, the last video, I think I lost. I thought it was one of my better videos. I thought it was a little more entertaining. Had a lot to it that was kind of interesting. It wasn't too boring. But I lost 3 or 4 subscribers. Maybe because it was like the first video of the year and people just aren't into that anymore. So they were starting to get bombarded with it and they decided to just end their subscription. I don't know. I'm okay with people unsubscribing. If my content isn't for you, don't stay a fan just because, you know, I'd rather have active current subs. Now the subscriber number is important in getting sort of developing the channel, getting, you know, getting opportunities with companies and things like that. But it is important to make sure you have a lot of loyal and active subscribers. I'm not oblivious to the fact that you can't please everyone. What a lot of people will find interesting, a few will not find interesting. What a few will find interesting, a lot will find not interesting. So, you know, everybody's a little bit different, and I'm okay with that. So to solve the issue permanently, I bought a new visor. I did buy a chrome visor, which I'm not sure how that's going to work. I might end up pitching it and going back to a clear visor because of the slide down visor that I like to use. But that's all I really had for you guys. I just wanted to explain to you that hopefully I got it fixed. Hopefully you guys notice much improvement on the audio. Some cool news for this week. I think Rookser from Louisville, who just started his own photography business called Rookser Media Productions, he's going to come up from Louisville, stay with me next weekend. He was actually going to stay with me this weekend, but I had a hiccup in my plans, so we had to postpone it a week. So he should be here next weekend and staying with me for the weekend to shoot some photography for me getting married, getting engaged rather. So he's going to shoot some engagement photos for me and my fiance. And at the same time, I'm going to let him take the bike out, do a first ride on it, I think. That's why I wanted to get the tire on. He will also be doing some dual vlogs, I think. And then hopefully, if the weather is cooperative, maybe the guys from Toledo will come over again and we can have some shenanigans happening again. But as always, guys, thanks for staying. As I told you, Season 3 is underway. Thanks for continuing to support the channel. And as always, guys, if you're out there riding, stay safe. You know, it's early in the season. Making sure that you're being extra vigilant on the roads because people are not seeing you, because they're not accustomed to seeing you. And you need to be reacclimated with the bike as usual. So, as always, guys, thank you for watching the video. Stay safe out there. Keep that rubber side down. Enjoy the moment. And until the next video, guys, we'll catch you guys later. Peace.